Hello, I'm Evan Amaya, and this is my Rivian R1S. I'm going to show you two things that need to be modified to make this car perfect. Pretty much the Rivian R1S is a engineering marvel, and this is coming from an automotive engineer. And I've worked on cars. I've worked with car manufacturers in the past, and this is definitely a car that is pretty amazing. No one else is really making a car like this. Besides, there are a few companies out there, but you're getting a lot of vehicle and engineering for your money. But they did mess up on a couple of things so far. I'm sure I'll find some other things. But, and these are things that other people have already seen. I knew about them before I bought the vehicle, so it didn't keep me from buying it in any way. But there are a couple of just funny things. And so I'll show you here. I've already got this upgraded, but the phone charger, the original phone charger, only worked in theory. So it worked if you were stationary, and that's it. If you're driving the vehicle, it isn't going to work. And it's surprising that it got through whatever testing and whatever safeguards they've got to keep something engineering wise to happen like this. I don't know if the design guys were just involved too much and someone with common sense didn't step in and say, hey guys, what's going to happen when you actually put this car in drive and go? I guess no one ever thought about that. So it doesn't work. And what's crazy about it is, let me walk over here. I took it out of the car. This is the actual charger. And forgive my my workbench. I haven't had time to clean. That's one of the things on my list today. But I probably should have cleaned and then did the video, but that's not how life works. So this is the charger right here. And I've already taken it apart. So this is the part that you would see on top underneath that rubber piece that sits, your phone would sit on. This is the bottom. And if I remove this is just a plastic cover with lots and lots of screws in it, just for no reason. Here's the bottom. It's got a fan. It's got a lot of circuitry. This is a phone charger. Okay, this is not a supercomputer. It looks, the computer in my, the processor in my computer is smaller than this. You've got this cast aluminum case, and if I flip it over, this is the top, and then this piece sits on top. Look at all this. I mean, it is so, this thing's got to cost a fortune to make, and it doesn't work. So I'm hoping this is not the way that anything else is on the vehicle, and I haven't seen anything else really. I've seen a few things that I'm like, wow, they're really giving us, the customer, a lot of value, but there's no value here. It doesn't work. I mean, if I plug it in and have it sitting here on the bench and I set my phone just right on it, you can make it work. But that's it. As soon as you drive, it's not going to work. So I know Rivian's working on getting rid of this. I wish they had just went ahead and did like the tonneau cover and said, guess what, guys? Sorry, there's no phone charger. We're not going to put it in because this has got to cost them a lot of money. And you as the customer don't get to use it. So anyway, and here's another piece to it. I mean, look at all this. I mean, this is expensive. This is really expensive. But it's going to go in the trash because it doesn't do me any good. So what I did do, let me move these out of the way. The connector was right here, and it was right here. So the connector went here, and I nipped it off, and I reused the connector to use the power that was supplying power for this charger to run my TWRAPS charger. So I purchased the TWRAPS charger, which is, in my opinion, the best one on the market right now. This is January of 2024, and they make a really nice product. So it uses a MagSafe. It uses two MagSafe And that's the problem with MagSafe things, that everything sticks to them. It uses two MagSafe chargers. This is what I used until I just actually got it fixed. I took this to the service center when I bought this vehicle because I knew that that charger wasn't going to charge my phone. So I had this with me when I got in the car, and I plugged it in and drove home. So this cost me $9 on Amazon. Works fantastic. All right, so let me show you what I did. I'm not going to go through an entire, this is step-by-step how you do this. It's really, there's nothing really to it. So this is a very high quality 3D printed insert with the MagSafe pucks. And it works great. The phone locks right on, it charges, great. But one thing I changed, and so if you purchase one of these things, and let me get this out, move back, it will actually plug in right down here. So I've got my, that's the hard drive that I've got. I'm sorry about the focus. It's, try to get this thing to focus properly. It doesn't want to focus today. So these wires would generally come straight down here and plug in down here. Well, there's only 2 USBs in here, and which is funny because I went from a vehicle with 0 USBs to a vehicle with tons of them, and now all of a sudden I don't have enough USBs. So that's kind of funny. But instead of using these ports down here, I kept it so I can plug in my iPad if I need to charge it. And then also the hard drive that's running a gear guard is underneath here. So, and if you don't want to just run the wires through and plug it in, this is a 60-second installation for this. And that's how I did install it to start. But I wanted the extra USB, and I'm also thinking, you know, this is an electric vehicle, and if you've got some piece of equipment in the car, like a charger that doesn't work, even if you're not using it, it's still consuming some energy. So I wanted to get it out because I didn't like having, I got this charger, but I know there's another charger underneath here, and it's not helping me at all. So what I did instead is, and I'm going to lift this out. I'm going to try to do this with one hand since I'm having to hold the phone. Move this over. So I modified the TWRAPS piece slightly. I used a cutoff wheel, and I cut 2 slots in the bottom so the wires would slide in to slide this underneath. There are other videos on YouTube on how to remove all this, so I'm not going to really explain it right now. It comes out really easily. I used a small screwdriver. These 3 tabs here, you just barely lift up and pop them with a screwdriver, and they pop right out. So this is where the charger went, and it's now gone. I'm just kept the plastic surround that the charger that doesn't work was sitting in. And then this is not really pretty, so just forgive me, but this is a buck converter, 12 volt to USB-C. There's also a USB-A on here as well. But I'm not using the USB-A, I'm just using the USB-C. And then I soldered the connector that came off of the original car charger, phone charger that doesn't work, onto the terminals, and I shrink wrapped it all together into a package. So I didn't have to cut any wiring. So this is the factory wiring. It's plugging right into my buck converter. This was $8 on Amazon. And I'll see if I can put a link on to this, but pretty much any 12 volt to USB buck converter will work in this application. I just found one and ordered it. And so then all my wiring is nice and neat underneath here. And then this is just the packaging from the TWRAPS. I wanted something to keep it from making a rattling noise, and it doesn't rattle. But I mean, you could do something different. This is really kind of just, I'll just do this real quick and get it done. And then this is the original piece, which this is really cool looking. I like this. So anyway, this goes back in. Then the charger just sits back on, and gravity and wedge, it's kind of a wedge, holds this in place. And it works fantastic, and it looks really nice. This is, I believe, the 3rd version that TWRAPS has designed. The earlier ones looked a lot more prototypey. This is this is really high quality. I mean, Rivian should just start buying these things and sticking them in the cars, and they're $100. I mean, I bet you that other piece of crap costs more than that. So a couple of things I could see that maybe could improve this, and TWRAPS could do this if they really wanted to, is instead of just having it a USB version, they could replace this whole thing, have the connector on it so you could plug straight into it, and make this bin a little bit bigger, because you can see here with this thing in place, you've got all this dead space here, and it would be nice to have this whole area just like a little dish that's, you know, maybe an inch deep or so. That would be more useful. This area here is kind of useless because, you know, all you can really do with it maybe is to, you know, I mean, you can't put pins in it. They fall in and you can't get them back out. I mean, maybe you could put sunglasses. Nope, can't put sunglasses there. Maybe you could put, you know, ID badge. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty much, that slot's pretty much useless. But this is a solution, a permanent solution to fix this problem, and it's $100. So that's pretty awesome. A couple other things I did do on the inside, but I mean, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I did put this little organizer, which other people have talked about. These are just on, I think this is from Best EV Mods. It's just a cheap little tray, works fantastic. Because this is so deep, it really becomes unuseful, and now it is useful because I've got, you know, my just keys and stuff in here that I don't need all the time. I bought this also from Amazon, from EV Mods, and it's pretty nice. These little tabs break. My son broke that one off the first time he used it, so you know, those tabs aren't very good, but it's definitely better than just having that open area. And I also bought this. This came from TWRAPS as well, and this is a drawer that replaces the camp speaker. The camp speaker's a cool thing, but I really think the camp speaker is more of a, you know, a YouTube presenter thing. Oh, look at this. I mean, in real life, I'm driving this to work and to pick up kids and to groceries and, you know, just life. And the camp speaker is camping out in our kitchen where it actually can get used. So that space needed something in it, and that fit the bill. Couple of things I wish Rivian, I would like Rivian, and I'm sure they can, to make this lock and this drawer lock with a key code, like my Tesla. And I know they can do it, but it would be nice to be able to lock some of that stuff, because I'm sure I'm not the only one with a concealed carry, and it would be nice to be able to lock it. If without the camp speaker in there, the lock function on this drawer is disabled. So I can't lock it. So anyway, that's something, Rivian, if you want to add to another over-the-air update in the future, it would be nice to be able to manually unlock where the camp speaker goes, and also add a key code to unlock at least this glove box, I guess, since there's not a glove box in the car. That is our glove box. All right. One other thing, and I'm going to do another video on this, but I said there were two things on this car that I thought were not great. And so this is the number one, obviously. Having a good place to charge your phone. This one doesn't have any USBs up here. I thought about putting the phone here like very many people do, but I don't need to look at my phone all the time. I'm not one of those people that are bitching about needing Apple CarPlay to survive in life. So I just need the phone to be charging and not sliding around the car while I'm driving, and this fits the bill. So the other thing that this car has, I mean, this is a beautiful car. I mean, truck, SUV, whatever you want to call it. It's gorgeous, and it looks kind of mean, and it's not a feminine looking car. But the horn, and I know my phone doesn't get anything there, but this horn is waiting to get beat up. I mean, if I honk this horn at somebody, it's just going to make them turn around and come over and give me a wedgie. It is the most wussified horn I have heard in a vehicle. My wife drives an F-150. That horn will scare you to death. And this horn is just annoying. So that's going to get fixed. And I'm going to do another video on that. But yeah, that's just unacceptable. I mean, you might as well just not have a horn. It's just, that just disgusts me. But that's it. I mean, the horn sucks, the charger sucks, everything else is 120%. So anyway, that's my impression. I love the truck. And this is what I replaced my Range Rover with. And it's, I'm looking forward to adventuring out in the wilds of Arkansas with it. So thanks for watching.